On this episode of Abiola's Passion Party, Amel Larrieux stops by.
So word on the street, Amel, is that groove theory is coming back.
If it feels good together,
yes,
then
it works.
You can't just clock out. When you clock out, that's when stuff happens.
Right. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo! That is the international sound of people having fun. Hey, bombshells and rock stars, welcome to Abiola's Passion Party, where we are passionate about you living your juiciest and fullest life. And today, we are passionate about songbird and songstress Amel Larrieux. She burst onto the scene in groove theory, and the music industry has not been the same since. She is a singer, she is a mother, she is a healer and an activist. Amel Larrieux, next. Amel, welcome to Abiola's Passion Party. I'm so excited that you're here.
and it's not every day where you get to have this kind of exchange or forum to do it, and I believe in sisterhood.
Yes.
I already feel it. I've just
yes,
met you,
yes,
and I feel it.
I actually want to take it back and start with your childhood, if we can. That, you know, your mother, Brenda Dixon Rothschild, am I pronouncing her name? Gottschalk. Close, close. She is an incredible scholar in her own right, an author, and a dance critic. How was it growing up in a family full of artists and that was so receptive to you being you?
I spent a lot of time having the experiences of going with her to her jobs.
Yeah, understand.
And I think that's a kind of like an amazing exposure to have as a kid, because it's your parent, but like I'm going to all sorts of dance concerts, you know, and not realizing that it's like her job.
Right.
So it's fantastic.
So let's talk about groove theory, if we can, because that was such a juggernaut, and the timing, I feel, of that group was so perfect with what was going on musically, and in many ways you guys were innovators.
Not even aware of, and like I still feel like, oh, I don't know if you should say that, because it's like I
really?
I
do you really feel that?
I know that there's a piece of Amel that is, you know, that's within my creative expression, but I feel like so much of it, and probably like this, you know, every artist can say this, it's just like an amalgamation of Stevie and Jimmy and John Lennon and Joni and Coltrane and Ella and all the people that were so great.
Yes.
So when groove theory came, you know, I had been listening to like Karen Wheeler, and the night that I heard the Young Disciples album, like I'm sure something shifted in me, and something blossomed and opened, and it was like, that's what good art does to you.
Like a conception, yes. Literally.
It opens a channel in you that you didn't know was there, and it doesn't mean that you're trying to emulate that thing, but it allows you to access a place in you that you didn't know was there. And I do know that I didn't know that you could do that. The music they were making, I didn't know you could do that. And then it was a fire that kind of got lit within me. So that's, I guess, why I'm a little.
It's understood, but we're about owning it. So just own it, because right now, someone, you know, a young woman is watching and she's saying, I'm an amalgamation of Amel and Erica and Lauren, and you know, and that's how it all happened. So word on the street, Amel, is that groove theory is coming back. That's what people have been buzzing about. There were some performances, and I'm wondering, is this going to happen on Bliss Life? What's the real deal?
Well, we've done these live performances, and that's been so much fun. And we're basically kind of more interested in having somebody offer us a situation to
Understood.
do it.
Yes.
It takes so much work and so many resources to put an album out yourself. And both of us have our, careers independent of Groove Theory. So we're kind of like, we're waiting till the right offer comes and makes it worth it for us to both take a little hiatus from what we're doing or be able to juggle both at the same time.
We put out online for your fans to leave questions for you.
Oh, wow.
And one of the questions that stood out was from one of my girls. Not because it was one of my girls, but because it was a really great question. Her name is Patronila Jefferson, and she has a company called Greenlight Yourself where she teaches artists to be entrepreneurs. So of course, her question was, how do you juggle life as a creative person who also owns her own business?
Larrieux, my husband, who has produced the music on all the solo albums I've done, and is my manager for the last 14 years.
Wow.
He runs the business side.
What I would explain then to any creative people who are wondering how to juggle those hats is, if you can, try to delegate and build a team of people around you that are strong in the areas that they're strong. I want to talk about Ice Cream Every Day. Tell us about this project.
The material, to me, I've said this over and over, we don't have a formula, and I think that's our formula. But what we do almost to an insane, maniacal degree is edit, revisit, to like, it just feels, sometimes it's just like, I'm usually the one that's like, I can't be in the studio anymore. But we try to get it so that there's this really comprehensive group of music. It doesn't matter if it's thematic or not. If it feels good together, then it works to go out.
I know that one of the things that I've been outspoken with my audience about is my issues with anxiety and disordered eating and finding healing tools for that, and the glory in, just knowing that there are natural ways out of that. Can you share a little bit for us what yoga has meant to you, and then show us a really easy yoga move that we could do right here?
Sure. My firstborn is 18 now, almost 19. 2 years after I had her, I started having episodes that were panic attacks. I thought I was dying, having heart attacks. Then I started having episodes of just like all night long vomiting. And what I got diagnosed with is IBS. And I would have these episodes and they would all be connected. First a panic attack, and then later on I'd be sick all night. And after I had my second child 4 years later, and they continued on, and I just knew I could not be a parent to 2 kids and be literally falling apart every time something scary happened with one of them. I would just start shaking and I'd have an attack. And I had an amazing OBGYN with my second birth who said to me, we can put you on medication or I can teach you pranayama. I started out with breathing, and I started a meditation practice. I'm very devoted. I did some studying at the Shambhala Center here in New York, and I started cultivating a yoga practice around trying to balance my nerves and my stress and my anxiety and my panic.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That means so much to me, because literally these techniques have saved my life and I love to share them. And if you could, right, as you're showing us this yoga or meditative move, if you could also share with us what makes you a bombshell, that I've reclaimed that word to mean a woman who owns herself. And you, Amel Larrieux, are a woman who owns herself.
Well, I would say this, I am a woman on the road to owning herself. And that I have been able to give myself. I think I can honor myself in saying that I want desperately to own myself and love myself. And I am aware of that.
Yes.
And aware of that journey. So there are little places where I catch myself, and I never did that before.
Yes.
So that's all part of it, baby steps.
Yes, and all of the power is in awareness, as we know. Okay.
This is something that I do also when I'm tired and I need energy. It's like a cup of coffee, and it's the breath of fire. It's very basic if you know it. but you can do it in your car when you're feeling tired or before you go into
Anywhere,
a meeting.
literally. It's
awesome.
good for right before meetings to
Absolutely.
center.
So it's all about when on the inhale you expand, on the exhale you blow out. It's all through your nose with your mouth closed, and you can do it slowly and you progress into quicker breaths. So,
Okay, lead us right through it.
and it's a noisy breathing, so you can make noise.
And I call these breaths the inhale, I call it a fat belly breath so that people could get it, because a lot of times when we're breathing in, we're still holding our breath.
Exactly. I already feel it.
Thank you for that, sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was lovely.
You are a goddess and a bombshell and a queen among queens, and
Thank
I'm
you.
honored
I'm gonna kiss your
to
hand.
meet you. I am
Thank
honored. Lip gloss on your fingers. I'm honored to know you.
Oh,
Please, please,
likewise.
please pick up her album, go to her websites, support her music, support her work. We say that we want good work, and then we don't support the people that do it. And the way that you vote is with your energy and your dollars, and vote for her with everything you have.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you so much for watching Abiola's Passion Party, where we are passionate about you. Bye. No one has told you today, I love you.